Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Jashira, and this video will be more of a response to other videos I have seen than my usual information video or Akashic Records videos. So what am I responding to? I am responding to the people who say that Lilith is a closed practice or part of a closed practice. And I am here to say that she is not. Why? Well, let me take you back in time a little bit. And you can totally go ahead. In fact, I encourage you to go ahead and look up the history of Lilith. So the first iteration, I'm not sure which word it is, but the first appearance of Lilith is actually in Sumeria and Mesopotamia. Specifically Sumeria, where she was actually known as Kamadgi. And in this culture and this system, Kamadgi was considered both a goddess and a demon, but not a demon as we know them today. She was considered a demon because, while she was a goddess, she did not follow the rules of the other gods. Instead, she followed her own rules and basically just did whatever she wanted. Alongside Kamadgi, there were malevolent spirits of the wind that were called the lilitu. Now, Kamadgi was also associated with the wind. As time went on and Kamadgi was absorbed into other cultures, she was conflated and mixed with other goddesses until she became what we know, or who we know as Lilith. Obviously, the name Lilith also comes from the lilitu, which were malevolent winged spirits, and which were also conflated with her as she went through different cultures and systems of belief. While at first Kamadgi was considered just a goddess related to the wind and who did whatever she wanted, once she was mixed with other types of goddesses, she became a demon, a malevolent demon that wanted to harm women, but specifically children. And also men, by being a succubus. Later on, she was given the traits of a vampire, and so on and so forth. But it took her hundreds of years of going through different cultures and different belief systems to become who we now know as Lilith. At least in the eyes of humans and magical practitioners. Circa 900 CE, the alphabet of Ben Sira was written. The alphabet of Ben Sira was a Hebrew text that was actually a sarcastic and satiric and humorous text of the Jewish religion and beliefs. Now, even though it was supposed to be basically a joke, a satiric thing that criticizes Jewish beliefs and the Torah, people I'm not saying they did this during that same time, but as time went on, people thought that it was canon. And since then, since the alphabet of Ben-Sira came about, we've had the story of Lilith being Adam's first wife. Although in the original real religious texts, there's no mention of Lilith the way they portray her in the alphabet of Ben-Sira, nor there is any mention of Lilith being the wife of Adam. And hence, this is one of the very first times Lilith is comfortably, I guess I could say, incorporated into Jewish mythology and literature. Later on, she became part of the Sephiroth and qlippoth systems that are also part of the Jewish mystical beliefs, if I'm not mistaken. And since then on, she's been seen as being part of Jewish culture and Jewish belief. But it is only recently, at least in the YouTube social media streets of the internet, that I have seen that people are trying to put Lilith basically into a box and try to scare other people from working with her, saying that she is a closed practice or part of a closed practice. But as we've seen, she is not. She is an entity, a goddess, a demoness that can and will go into different cultures and belief systems if she so wants to. She can also contact any person she wants to, regardless of their own belief systems or religions, as expressed by the people who are or have been working with her in their own practices. Trying to put and restrain Lilith into one specific belief system goes against some of what Lilith is about. It goes against the freedom she represents and the free will that goes with it. From the beginning, from the time she was kamadgi, she was a goddess of free will and doing what she wants to or deems right per her own intuition. So insisting that she is part of a closed practice and that other people should back off is contradictory to her nature, and I dare say, her mission to spread freedom to people. So, if you are someone that wants to work with Lilith, please do. Please research her origins. Talk to people who are Lilith's daughters and sons and practitioners and oracles. Consume content about her. And be assured that she is not, in fact, part of a closed practice. She is a spirit that does whatever she wants. A spirit that is all about freedom. And a spirit that cannot be contained into anything or anyone. Do not listen to the people saying that she is part of a closed practice. She is not. She has extended and evolved into something much more than any practice. She is a goddess, she is a demoness, she is a feminist icon. She is an icon for the LGBTQ community as well. In some cases, she cannot be contained. And she was never meant to be contained. She is always going into different aspects, different cultures, different belief systems, and transforming. Rest assured that you can work with her if she accepts you. So don't be shy. If you are attracted to her, then definitely look into her and ignore all those people that say that you cannot. Anyway, I hope this helps. Thank you so much for being here. And since I am recording and releasing this on December 31st, 2025, I want to wish all of you a happy new year. And if you're listening to this when it's not the new year, then I hope you have a blessed rest of your year and just a blessed year in general. Thank you so much, and I will see you on my next video. Bye guys!